So about AI use in Riigikogu. So I'm still an administrative director of Chancellery of Riigikogu. So before I start show something very important, I will just make some quick overview where I am coming from. So I'm from Estonia. This is in Northern Europe. So, and only thing that is, and this number is increasing, is our temperature here. So average is still 6.7, and hopefully next year it will be a little bit higher. And what is decreasing, that is also quite a shame for us, and that our inhabitants is only 1.3, and the number is not increasing. So anyway, so if we need future and some more labor, then we have to do something differently. I think I will not go through all these numbers. We use a lot of different kind of electronic ID identifications, and Estonia is the only country in the world where the 99% of public services are accessible online in 24/7. So, and still, I am just saying, still only the marriage and divorce are conducted online, are not conducted online, and for this thing we need still physical signature of agreeing parties and public notary to confirm that we are not making this kind of decisions under duress. But also I'm pointing out that we can still do most of the administrative parts online, or mine order is still under the final signature. So, and especially for me, it's a very important number. What is in this year was that in the parliamentary elections, what was held in the spring in this year, 51.1 voters preferred to use i-voting. So basically, it's highest number so far. So about this topic. So the Estonian government has made an AI priority topic in the national level based on the Digital Agenda 2020 for Estonia, and the general objective was to have at least 50 different use cases of artificial intelligence in the public sector in Estonia by 2020. Also, one of the 50 implementations in 2020 belongs to Estonian Parliament. And we started in that year our new real-time recording system, HANS, used the AI technology. The system records the proceedings in the plenary hall and as its own files, and the speech recognition writes them down. But already now, and there are plenty of more existing AI use in the Estonian public sector, and now it's around roughly 110, and maybe even more. Already different kind of use of AI cases. About our timeline. So actually, we kept ourselves very updated how in the field of the text recognition is doing, let's say, past 10 years. So, and 2017, we made also different kind of testings also with the text speech, which used new technology AI. And we started also to make some kind of business case analysis and held several meetings describe the expectation what we want from the new system. But the new system was not for that was something new, but actually we had some kind of different issues about. So one was the technology side. Old system, what was the web-based, got stuck on certain web browser version and become unsafe, and that's wasn't point to help to make some new adjustments there. And from the human side, so the stenographers were quite elderly people, and they wanted to go to retirement some long time ago. So there were no new young people to be hired. Everyone who came stayed only for a short time. And the work is not interesting. This kind of work is not interesting for the young people anymore. So basically, we had two different push buttons or problems that we need to solve. 2018, we made a public procurement and started development because we do not have in-house any capability to develop something. And we're starting development as very well as it goes. 2020 in autumn, with the new session for EU, we started using this new system, and this is right now already 3 years now. It's actually the birthday was 3 days ago. 2023 right now, so mostly now we are developing some new possibilities, and also we are making now already update to the core software. Let's say we should change a version of the Spring Cloud Gateway, JHapster, and so many others what we using in there. Okay, so the system is called Hans, and of course it's coming from the name Hansard, and it uses the speech recognition to perform the time-consuming work of stenographers, and speech recognition technology, but it's just one important piece of this system created by the Tallinn University of Technology. Hans records debates taking place in the Riigikogu as a sound file, which is the speech recognition software that then transcribes. After this, the editor revises the text, and which is also finally published in the Riigikogu website. So our language model has been trained more than 1,600 hours of recordings and transcripts of the parliamentary sessions. Also, we use the offline possibility mode that offers more processing time to the speech recognition and makes it better quality. Error rate was promised by the university was around 5%, but is really good. Let's say that it is 5 even when it's very ideal conditions, but sometimes it's less, sometimes even more, but it depends really about the speaker. If it's a very good speaker, then yes, it's 5% or even 0. It depends about an environment. It depends on back noise and the recording quality, and of course it's also about the recording level. Let's say the human is much more forgiving than the computers. In addition, this 5% errors or even more also must be corrected somehow. So we use for that human labor, editors. They will quickly make some corrections to the errors, and the text will be published also quite soon. Also, the time to time is needed to update our language model. So we train the language model at the time when nobody knows the word COVID, and also the ACR success rate at the beginning did not knew the word COVID. So we trained this word a little bit later about the time. And we see the editors who working test for regular screens. Right now there is quite basic text editor, and there is only functionality which can be used for making the corrections to the text, or any fancy thing it's removed. Of course, all the Riigikogu recordings can be found in YouTube. And also the stenogram have links to the YouTube video stream, and that desktop's video editor that we can see is for the video editor. And video editor can make create or delete links to the YouTube video stream. And in most cases, it's only necessary to connect the first event with orders or with video, and between the stenogram, and everything goes, everything further links goes automatically in the right place. After speech-to-text system finishes, and after making the first corrections, it goes around roughly 15-20 minutes when the session has started, and it's already possible to see the first parts of the published stenograms. And we have given promise that around 1 hour after the ending the session, all the stenogram is already visible on website to everyone. And of course, at the same time, when we have published the stenograms, also stenogram is also available in the open data format. And just showing simplified data connection. I'm also very keen to make everything a bit more complicated as it should be. If some data already exist in our environment, in our different info system, then we should you reuse and integrate it to the new system. And if it's possible to make some automation, then we are making not just some automation, but we are making high automation, wherever it can be done. So I know it means a lot of additional work, but we believe that technology should work for us as much as possible. System records the proceedings in the plenary hall as its own files, and the voice speech recognition writes it down. Then the new system embodies the complete workflow of information processing, starting with the sound recording in the plenary hall and ending with the publication of the text format of the homepage of Riigikogu. And speech recognition use AI, and actually now we have 2 other similar business cases. So I can say, in addition, that we basically digitize 4 people. So we do not have any stenographs anymore. And right now, also all the committees are using the system for helping them to create committee minutes. And what it was very, very good that during the COVID time, the new system Hans helped us to survive, because now we had the opportunity to work at the home. And that is just a wonderful thing right now. So about this any other similar business cases is in 2021, we started using the AI-generated automatic subtitles, which is quite similar technology. And we integrated it on our remote plenary system that we used during the COVID time. And the second one is similar again, and from the beginning, a little bit later than the previous, beginning of 2022, we integrated it into our YouTube video stream, because YouTube does not support so far Estonian language for creating subtitles. And actually the same technology that we're using here for the Parliament, also our national television is using for it, and it's also integrated into many live broadcasts and the live news. So my time is now up, and thank you for listening to my quick presentation.